Imagine this, a civilization's learning center, a gigantic temple premises in the Kashmir Valley centuries ago. Scholars world over gathering to enlighten themselves, students receiving academic specializations, a center of knowledge and a place of worship. That was the Sharada Peeth, a university most prestigious, a sacred holy site dedicated to goddess Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge and wisdom, also known as goddess Sharada by the Kashmiri Pandits. And not just Hindus, all schools of Indian philosophies were studied here on the banks of Kishan Ganga river. Today, it looks like this. In Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, the ruins of what was once the center of knowledge. This video is not about the ruins, but about increasing damage being done even today to the remaining structure and, in short, erasing historic civilizational connect. Recently, a few activists in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir who still hold respect for their heritage noticed the boundary walls were being damaged. They got suspicious because this signaled likely an encroachment soon even in this remaining area. They immediately raised an alarm, got in touch with the Kashmiri Hindu activists based here. After much outrage, authorities realized the issue was blowing up. They hurriedly said and showed the wall is being reconstructed and is protected. But soon, worse was to come. This was just tip of the iceberg. Visuals then emerged of a coffee house right on the wall of this historic temple premises. This was once a place of worship, a university. Yes, in ruins today, but still a temple of learning. And Pakistan administration has built here a Peeth Pavilion. Come sip a cup of coffee, enjoy the Peeth view and chat and get us tourism money and go away. While children play in the ground, tourists go into the sanctum sanctorum to click selfies, loving it. I have a question. Have the Pakistan administration built a coffee house in any of the reputed mosques or places of worship in their country where the youngsters can chill, play cricket? Will that not break the sanctity of that place? The activists on our side, especially the Kashmiri Hindu community, erupted in anger, and rightly so. According to the Save Sharada Committee, out of 73 canals of the land that they still had, not even 10 canals are now left unencroached. All have been taken over by illegal settlements. They wrote to the deputy commissioners in POJK, wrote to the DG Archaeology and Tourism in Muzaffarabad in Pakistan, wrote even to their Supreme Court. But no clarity if this coffee house will be removed or the restaurant projects hereon will be shelved. The premises, I'm told, is guarded by the Pakistan Army. Is the army there to guard the Sharada Peeth or encroach on it? This issue is not about a coffee house. If it were to promote the Sharada Peeth, this is not just a tourist spot, but look at the significance of it. And this is not Indian history or Hindu history. This is as much a history of Pakistanis. The fact is, Indian activists can only do so much. The border separates them. So this is now up to the civil society and conscientious individuals in Pakistan who realize that Islamic history, Arab or Afghan history is not their only or original history. The history of Sharada Peeth is the real history of their land of ancestors. That ethnicity binds them to the historic Peeth. Sharada Peeth radiates ancient wisdom and spiritual energy. Snow-capped mountains and dense forests. The temple commands a panoramic view. Its grandeur is described even in ancient historical texts from Raj Tarangini to Akbarnama. Sharada script, which some are trying to revive today, stands as a testament to the rich legacy of this now defunct university. From Adi Shankaracharya to Swami Ramanuja, who undertook the journey to seek knowledge at the Sharada Peeth. References about this temple date back centuries, from biographers like Kalhana, Al-Baruni, Abul Fazl, elaborately describing its significance. Sharada Peeth has existed before and longer than the existence of Pakistan. In the aftermath of Pakistan's invasion in 1947, a period that was marked by brutality and upheaval, especially in Jammu and Kashmir, temples, shrines and gurdwaras were destroyed, people were butchered, and forever a part of Jammu and Kashmir was snatched. The fabric of religious diversity changed forever. I can only imagine that when Kashmiri Hindus and Sikhs were forced to escape, knowing that these places of worship once the strongest, closest part of their identity will now forever fall on the other side in Pakistan control. With no Hindus left to take care of these places of worship now, it's now only up to the Pakistanis who can decide to protect it if they care. Even in ruins, pages of history reveal a vibrant pilgrimage culture. Devotees embarking on the Sharda Peeth Yatra, connecting with the divine during Navaratri and Ganga Ashtami. However, these holy yatras had met an unfortunate halt in the past few decades. Now, with Modi government in power, devotees and activists have requested to open now the Sharda Peeth corridor on the lines similar to Kartarpur corridor for the Sikh community. Until one gets to that, because that will need political and diplomatic connections, and tensions between India and Pakistan continue to prevail. But a devotee from the Kashmiri Pandit community, Ravindra Pandita, undertook an arduous task. Many thought it would not be possible. But it was to build a replica, so to say, of the Sharda temple, right on the line of control in Kashmir, in Titwal and Kupwara, with the support of the locals and the support of the government, to build this Sharda temple in white. The Panchaloha Sharada idol here has been donated by the Sringeri Mutt in Karnataka. The idol travelled all across India, taking the blessings and of course the support from the locals across India, and was eventually placed at the temple. This is connecting north-south states, no divide at all here. Listen now to the Save Sharada Committee convener Ravindra Pandit on why is he putting so much effort not only to build the Sharada temple but to get the corridor open and eventually have work done and renovations at the original Sharada temple too.
Kashmir once upon a time used to be a region from Cambodia to Iran called Sharda Desh, and we used to have the Sharda Peeth almost as the capital, as a university. The oldest university, much older than Taxila and Nalinda. Now we urge our government that, of course, the POK government, the Pakistan government also, it's a shared heritage. They should take up the matter with UNESCO. It should be declared as a UNESCO heritage site, it should be taken up, and it will be overall for the benefit of the whole region that Sharda is restored to its pristine glory.
Adjacent to this temple is also a Gurdwara where the Sikh community members offer prayers. And according to Pandita, local Muslims also, like Ejaz Khan and Tanveer Ahmad of POK Civil Society specifically, have helped in construction and upkeep as a message of coexistence in our Kashmir. This temple is bang on the border, it's very interesting. And right across this Titwal village is the original Sharada Peeth temple, barely 10 kilometers away, I'm told. So close to the Pakistan border that one can see and even interact with the residents on the other side. Now, while inaugurating this temple virtually, Home Minister Amit Shah had responded saying the government will look into opening the Sharada Peeth corridor, and a lot of requests have gone to the Prime Minister's office as well, and we hope that something works out probably in this regard.
करतारपुर कॉरिडोर के पेटर्न पर शारदा पीठ को भी जल्दी से यात्रा के लिए खोल दिया जाए। भारत सरकार निश्चित ही इस दिशा में प्रयास करेगी।
But sadly, this is not the only incident of erasing Hindu civilizational connection in Pakistan. As I extended my gaze beyond the Sharada Peeth, remnants of other temples and shrines in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir each has their own heartbreaking story. Mirpur was once a Hindu-dominated town, once in Jammu province, today in POK. Mirpur's temples have been submerged under the Mangla Dam. Historical sites are being repurposed for different uses and issues. The Mangala Devi temple and the Devi Gali temple now submerged or forgotten, but whisper tales of a time when they were once bustling places of worship for the Hindu community. Ali Beg Gurdwara, once a cherished place for the Sikhs, now stands transformed. This structure now is a girls' school, echoing the transformation, so to say, of cultural landmark, reflecting the changing dynamics also of the region. Desecration of temples in Pakistan, of course, is not a new trend. You must have heard. 150-year-old Mari Mata temple in Karachi was razed just about a few months ago. According to the official information, it was an old, dangerous structure, could not be taken care of to stand anymore, and demolished. The tragic irony, hilarious also to an extent, that the authorities, while demolished the structure completely, left the main gate intact and an outer wall. Rehem Janab, what else can we say? Members of the Hindu community tried to protest, but as we know, Hindus and other minorities in Pakistan have much more serious, alarming issues to also protest about, like ensuring that girls are not kidnapped and converted and taken away forever. And less than 24 hours later of this demolition of the temple, another temple in the Kashmir region was attacked by a gang of dacoits, literally with a rocket launcher, as per local reports, to threaten the members of the local community around. The launcher thankfully failed, resulting in no loss of life, but a reminder of what is being done by different groups there. Krishnadwar temple in Pakistan's Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province was demolished by a mob. Hundreds of people swarmed into the temple structure and desecrated it. The temple was reportedly built in 1919 after Guru Sri Paramahansa was laid to rest here. One civilization that stemmed from the Indus River, a culture years ahead from even Western nations back then. Relics and treasures of extreme significance, a civilization that continued to evolve till the modern times. Then in 1947 divided into two different nations on religious lines. And for Pakistan, it appeared, their history somehow changed forever thereon. As I conclude, today India may have many problems, many differences among its people internally. But it is in moments like these that I'm proud to say that I'm from India, and even more blessed that I'm on this side of Kashmir, the real Azad Kashmir of India, where I survived. My temples are being renovated and I have a hope to continue the historic civilizational connect. Thank you for watching.